Hello everyone, it is I, Ryan, also known as thelovebat. And so we're here for, I guess, game number 2 with the next match that we were playing against a good old-fashioned Nurgle team with my Lizardman team, the Sea of Red. We're in the first round of the Blood Bowl main event here, and we were able to go ahead and win the first match against the Nurgle team that we were matched up against. Of course, it didn't come at zero cost. We did end up getting one of our players hurt with a broken leg for this particular game. Our passing skink, Munditeek here, ended up getting a bit rough and tumbled last game, and so they're going to be missing this match. But we have substitutes, so we have Lazit De-qah, which is the most recent addition to the team, who can kind of fill in a little bit on offense and defense where necessary. So we only have 12 players this time around, so we only have one substitute, but for the most part we've been doing pretty well. And Huntzor last session ended up getting a nice level up with the block skill. So we're doing alright for ourselves, and then Mazda of Itza as well also got leveled up and got the Sure Feet ability, so they can hopefully be a very mobile blitzing skink who, when they need to, they can get free rerolls for these going for it, and then they get the rerolls for the dodge skill as well. They can sidestep in and around anywhere to make sure that they can be closer to the ball carrier and to possibly end up going for a score much easier if we want to get them a touchdown. So all in all, we are doing quite well. And then we also have some +1 movement speed and catch skinks still with Axel of the Lake and Tenqulaticus. So we're doing pretty well. Obviously, as you can see here, some skinks have lots of star player value compared to our bashing players, which is more what the Lizardman team is known for. Because of this, and because I know that lots of people who play this on a daily basis and play PvP, multiplayer, and all that, skinks tend to be the lower priority on this team, especially for scoring touchdowns. Some people might say that scoring a lot of touchdowns just by skink is actually a bad thing in the long run for the team because you inflate the team value. But as far as I can tell, while star players are all well and good with petty cash, they haven't really made the difference in most cases against our team. We've usually been able to bash in the skulls of star players that the opposing team gets, and they don't usually make much of a difference. There are obviously some better star players that maybe the AI teams could choose, that maybe a player would choose in a multiplayer match if they had all that petty cash rolling around. But if we were going up against, say, a finesse team in multiplayer that is used to scoring touchdowns as a form of star player points and all that, then I imagine that they would also not have such a low team value themselves. They would probably have several players that are quite leveled up, such as Elven teams, Amazon teams, Norse teams can also score with a number of players. And so in general, most teams that we would go up against in player versus player multiplayer leagues and things like that, their team value would be much closer to ours, I think. We wouldn't be scoring as many touchdowns with our skinks because player-controlled teams would probably be making occasionally smarter and sometimes more aggressive decisions. So, and they would also be passing the ball much more often to try and score and outmaneuver us a bit more. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get this next match going. We have a couple of players that are close to leveling up, so hopefully we can get in some of that for star player points. And let's see, once again, they go with a Master Chef team training. They go with a couple of star players. They get a journeyman player here. And so, I mean, that's going to be mostly the same as the last match. The star player's not going to make that much of a difference, I think. One of them had tentacles, so that makes it harder for a skink to dodge away, and that was about the only main difference that we saw. I know that our skink ended up getting injured last time, but I don't think it was a result of a Nurgle warrior smashing them instead of, say, Chainsaw Guy or something like that for the star player chopping him in two. So once again, we have the Sea of Red, my Lizardman team, again in all of their glory, massive, hulky glory. And then these Skinks have their nice little agile physiques, meant for running and meant for scoring touchdowns and throwing the ball in some cases. Then we have a black Parasites we beat the crap out of last time. Again, they were able to go ahead and injure Munditeek there, but not all is lost. We have one substitute player still, and we match up well against them as far as bashing goes. So they're going with the same star players again, so Tentacle Guy isn't too hard to bash in. He just makes it more difficult for the Skinks to dodge around. That's really the only main thing that we have to worry about here. This could be a problem though. The Master Chef rolled really well for them this time, and so they have max rerolls and we only have 3. That's not terrible, honestly, because we usually have some pretty favorable... I'm not even sure why the defensive setup is so mucked up right now, because I do remember changing it last time to be much better than that. Alright, so the guard players are in there. Let's go ahead and put the tackle player on the edge. Or not on the edge. Let's put the block player on the edge here. And then the tackle player will go in the middle. Yep, and I think this should be a pretty good setup here. They can blitz on the edges there. These guys are very close to leveling up, so we might want to have them avoid injuries and force them to blitz. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good setup here. Alright, so Chainsaw Guy is in more of a blitzing position. Beast of Nurgle is not going to be able to do anything with 2 guard players in there, so... In all honesty, I'd much rather go up against a team like this in a matchup. Oh, nice. I would much rather go up against a team like this compared to one that has a bunch of skills and such already. You know what? I'm just going to let them do whatever they want on the edges and just make it really difficult for them to get in at the Skinks that I want to protect. Because they don't have a whole lot of movement speed, so trying to move around, not likely to work for them. You know, so let's move into a tight formation here so that way we can get blocks, and then we can go kind of up the middle here as a way of trying to go ahead and punch through their front line here. By putting our Skinks through the middle, if we knock these guys down, we can kind of run them through the middle and then maybe run a couple Sauruses up here to cage around them a little bit. I don't know why they didn't just pick up the ball with him. I guess it's because he's the claw player and they don't want to have him hold the ball. Maybe they plan on this guy picking up the ball and then using these guys for more blitzing and bashing, I guess. Like, I'll totally let them take the edges here. Him being there is actually fine. We can deal with him. We can blitz with Mazda of Itza on somebody if we want to. They fumbled the pickup. They'll probably use a reroll on that because they have plenty. And they dropped it again. So some of my Skinks are actually, I think, in pickup range here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so if we can maybe put Mazda of Itza to use here. He can get a 2-die blitz on them and at the very least shove them out of the way and we can pick the ball up. Now, who do we want to block first? We can just make some 2-die blocks starting off here. This would also be a 2-die block. Let's do this one first, because if I can follow up on this block, then I can tie up these two guys if I want to run through the middle there. Alright, so we get him knocked on the ground. I think right here might be better, actually. We keep him next to all of our Sauruses. And then blocking right here might be a bit better for this part right here. Let's block on this dude, get another knockdown, nice. And then let's follow up on that one. Actually, following up on that one maybe wasn't the smartest thing to do, because now I need to knock down this fellow. Let's go ahead and do this block then, so we can try and open up a lane here. This is probably the best lane. Let's go ahead and follow this up. Again, maybe not the smartest idea, because then my sources have to run more around than you would want. Oh, dang it. Well, we can't re-roll that, but that's fine, I guess. Let's just get him in the way here. And then let's also get him in the way, so that way these players over here can't get to the ball. Let's try and keep you away from this beast of Nurgle. I'm going to have a couple of guys freed up there. And then you are going to be used to get over here and provide an assist and stay on the ball here in case things happen. And then you're still within range to go ahead and pick it up, so I'm going to do this first. And we have a reroll built in for going for it, so I'm okay doing this. Alright, and we get him on the ground. Sure Feet comes through again. Or maybe it's the first time it's come through, because I just got the skill. I know we've had someone else with Sure Feet before, but we didn't ever really use it with them. Okay, so now let's do this, and then we can try dodging him out last. So we have a semi-cage here. This is important enough to re-roll, so I'm going to do it. Alright, so we get it that time. And now it's time to try and roll out of here. It's going to be tough. Let's just get him into a spot where we're going to protect him a little bit. Maybe we just protect the ball carrier here. Maybe that's just the best one. Let's just put him right there. And then Chainsaw Guy can blitz him, but we have several sources here that are kind of walling things off. Thankfully, Croc Hunter being boneheaded isn't... It's not hurting us the worst, because we still have sources that are covering this area in particular. And these guys are covered up by a Saurus, so they have to get him out of the way first before they can try and move around. So you getting a touchdown would level you up, so that's a good sign. And this was all possible thanks to the perfect defense. That's why I put the Skink in the middle there, because they didn't really have as many players covering the middle, and they didn't choose to cage up the ball first before doing much else. You have to dodge, you have to go for it, and do all this other nonsense, so... And they failed to going for it. And they get injured on top of it. Oh, man. Well, sometimes you take risks, and sometimes they just don't go so well. I mean, if you're going to dodge with anyone, I would probably dodge out with one of these guys and maybe blitz or do something like that with your horns, claws guy. Maybe you can go around here, blitz there, then move to get in closer or something. I don't know. Alright, so we got lots of stuff going on right now. So I think moving you and just getting you on these two Nurgle warriors, this would be a good spot. So let's see if we can get you over there. Now we end up having some nice little blocks on those two Nurgle warriors. That's a 1 die, and these are all 2 die against because of the assists. This, however, would be a 2 die. Okay, so we can... How far can you go? You can kind of get there. Probably want to blitz their star player. And see if I can get him on the ground and then do some blocks then. I mean, I don't mind blitzing with this guy, because I can at least push him and then I can make a block of a Saurus there. Oh, that's the wrong guy. I don't want to blitz with you. I want to blitz with you. Let's see. Oh, he has 4 strength. That's going to make things a bit difficult for blitzing. You know what? Let's go ahead and move you out of the way here. Let's just get you moved. And let's go ahead and block him. Nice, so now we have this dude tied up. We follow it up. We go ahead and get you right there, so they can't really do any blitzing. And let's just kind of make some blocks here where possible. Over there's fine. And let's follow that up. Get you a nice little block in over here. Push is fine. Let's not follow that one up since we don't allow him to get a free block next turn if he wants it. And then let's go ahead and just blitz right here. It's a pretty safe blitz. We got a 2 die here, so I'm fine with it. And we move him a bit further away from the ball. And then let's move him over there. Let's see if we can dodge you out. Come on, please dodge out. No! Alright. Let's see, this Skink's in no man's land. Maybe I could have moved him first, but I was trying to dodge out. At the very least, he's covering this area for a tackle zone, so they can't run through there. I want to give my guys a couple more chances to bash here, which is why I did all that. So this next turn, I'm probably just going to try and score. And then I'll just take defense again and withstand the onslaught. So they're kind of splatting my guys a bit here. I'm okay with that. So what I probably do here is I can try and make some... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Jeez, game, come on. Stand up in case things go wrong. No, I don't want to go for it. Let's just move you over there. Let's see, I can definitely blitz with them. Their chainsaw guy is going to be gone after we score, so blitzing them doesn't make sense. Let's just try blitzing right here then. I think I'll just, I guess we'll just do this then. See if we can get some knockdowns and see if we can bust in some skulls a bit. Oh, injury? Oh, we got a KO. That's quite good. Take out some Nurgle warriors here, affect their ability to bash. And you can get a 2-die block right there, which I'm okay with. And let's just follow up on that one, and then see if we can go and stick you right there. I guess we can't really blitz or make any block there, so let's make one block right here then. We can still do a block here because we have the guys. Let's just do this. We're still in a safe spot if we somehow muff this block. So we can, however, do a 2-die block here with a reroll. See if we can get a smashing injury. Nope. Alright, so at this point, I'm not going to waste around any more time. I'm going to score, get Axel of the Lake a level up, and prevent Chainsaw Guy from doing any injury business. Spike that ball! Spike it! Spike it to the lake! Bounce it all the way to the lake! Dance your way all the way to the lake, cheerleaders! Yeah! Okay. So they get their knockout player back. There's probably, I mean, even if we stalled, they could still get their player back. But if we do this, then we send off their Chainsaw Guy sooner. So that's a good thing about scoring early, because now we have another chance to score if we can get the ball again. Chainsaw Guy is gone sooner, so he can't inflict injuries. And because the Chainsaw Guy can't inflict injuries, now they have to, excuse me, do things the more traditional way. And some of their petty cash has already gone to waste, because within the first 3 turns, their petty cash is already off the field, basically. So, and their loner rotters off to the sidelines. So, yeah, I think doing the same setup again is probably okay. We still keep our skinks pretty safe with this setup. Looks like they're trying. I don't know if it's slightly... It is a bit slightly different from their first one. Or their first formation. Alright, so we get an extra team reroll because of our awesome coaching, thanks to myself. Not really patting myself on the back or anything. It's just what the in-game kickoff event said, basically, so... But yeah, I guess it's, I mean, it's just an in-game event. It's not any result of my actual coaching in here, my decisions, but I just like to roleplay it a bit too much, I guess. You know. They could try getting a 2-die in here, but I guess because of my guard players, it's going to be kind of difficult. We're going in for a Pestigore to pick it up this time. So they have a 2-die, they only get a push out of it, so... I mean, having high strength, Kroxigor having 6 strength and guard, having another guard player in here, the 5-man line has really been very effective here by just having 2 guard players covering almost every spot on the line. You can prevent them from doing a whole lot. Now here's the question. I could get a 2-die blitz on star player there. But if we open up a hole in the middle again, then I can get skinks through there again. So that's probably my plan here. So let's just get in here with some blocks in the middle first. Push is fine. It can still open things up a little bit. Following up's probably a good idea here. And then if we do this and we get a knockdown, then maybe we can do a nice little block on... Oh. Well, that didn't work out, but that's okay. We still end up having a couple of pretty decent blocks here, so... Alright, so we get a knockdown on this one. And then we're going to go ahead and stay here so that way we can try and keep a path open. Actually, making a block of our Kroxigor here is probably going to open up a lane much better, so let's do this one first. Just to see if he does the boneheaded thing or not before we decide. And let's follow it up so we have... Oh! Injury! Yes! We got their Beast of Nurgle out right at the start of the match. Haha. I like it. And the regeneration failed, so they are out of the game for the rest of the game. That is very good news, actually. I am quite happy about that. So let's just get you stuck on this dude, stuck to his hip. And then let's just go ahead and get you in the middle of all this. Their rotters aren't going to be able to go all that far. They're not going to be able to get all the way over there like our skinks can. You, on the other hand, we can blitz you on this guy for a 2-die blitz. So we're going for it, but again, with sure feet, I'm feeling pretty confident about his chances. So that's why I'm doing it. And we're going to stay there, not let them block our skink next turn somehow in some way. Yep, let's just go ahead and get our skinks through here. They can't really do a good job of reaching them. And so what I want to do is I want to block with this Saurus. And even just a push will be fine, because then I can tie up the rotter there and prevent him from moving. We're just going to have to stay there now. And then you, what do you want to do? Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to get him around. Let's just try and get him out of there. Okay, so the tentacles fail again because I'm rolling pretty well. We still have the reroll, so let's go for it. I just want to make sure that their rotters can't get through here to go after the more important skinks. And you know what, let's go for it again. Okay. And that'll be the end of our turn. Not the most eventful turn, but we did end up getting the Beast of Nurgle out for the match. That's a very good thing, and Croc Hunter is getting ever so close to another level up, so I don't know, maybe if I can get him through there, and then have my Sauruses hold off everyone else, then maybe I can get him a touchdown and a level up, which would be pretty awesome. They'll be able to cage up their rotter, or not their rotter, but their ball carrier a little bit, but I have a player advantage over here as far as having fearsome players. This guy is free for a blitz right now, if I can get a guard player in there. Let's see, who has guard on this side? Where's my guard guy? Oh, he's right there, I think. Yeah. So as long as my guard player is free, I can maybe get him all the way around and smack him right there, and then I can do a 2-die blitz from there in the corner. And so they get the blitz. They don't really get an injury, which is I'm concerned about. So this guy is guard doesn't really help out here because my 3-strength skink, so I'm going to get a 1-die block if he does that. So So they have a semi-cage, but I can still dodge out with my 3-strength skink and then get a 2-die block on them if so desired. I could also get my Kroxigor in there for a guard as well, if I can get this guy knocked down. Let's see if we can push this guy. Well, I guess we can't really do that because we don't really have an assist. So let's do this one first then. Okay, so we don't get that one, which is pretty bad. I really want a 2-die blitz. I can still probably get one. By simply having someone right here and then someone tying up their rodder. So maybe I can just do that instead. Yeah, let's go ahead and actually let's go ahead and move you right there, I guess. So just one person tying up the rodder should be enough then instead. And then let's go for the 2-die block there. Foul appearance. Well, at least it wasn't boneheaded. Boneheaded would have been way worse. And then what I'm probably going to do with you is I'm going to try and get my skink freed up here so we can actually do the blitz. I'll have to do a series of events here to do that first, but so the first order of business is we need to at least push him. Okay, so we get that one. Let's go ahead and make sure he's surrounded by our sources here. And let's go ahead and stay here. So oh, an injury? Yeah, another one. Our guard players are getting in the action, so I'm quite happy about that. No regeneration. So they are heavily down on players now. And then even a push on this guy is going to be good enough. Okay, nice. Get him next to our Kroxigor. Let's follow up on that one. Oh, another injury. Get a stun that time. Alright. Now it's time to go in for the 2-die blitz. And I'm going to take it. We have the 3-strength skink. Let's take advantage of him. I'm going to re-roll this one. It's worth re-rolling, I think. Yes, we got him. And we definitely want to have him go this way. And I think we do want to follow this one up, actually. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we've used our re-roll already. So question is, we want to move him right there so he's not surrounded. They don't really have an assist there, so let's just move him around then instead. See if we can dodge out. Come on. No! Alright, well, it happens. That's why I try and do my dodging type moves last, unless it's a very important role like a blitz or some other kind of action like that. They failed their dodge, though, because they aren't quite as dodgy of a team. And the rodder does do it. Gets the pickup. We still have a skink that's free up there. They're investing 3 players on this Saurus, so that's not exactly great for them. They do free up the Pestigor right there. Or not the Pestigor. Yeah, that's the Pestigor, okay. So they free up him to move out, but still investing 3 guys into a single block for them. Maybe not the best thing. Alright, so we have 3 Sauruses that are essentially free here to move around as they please. And we can do some blocking there, maybe to open up a lane. You could certainly free up this guy for a blitz. I think that's actually not bad. What I want to do with you is get you over there on the rotter. Make sure they're not going to have an easy one right there. And then maybe we just get a guard player. We can actually move our guard player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could move him 6 tiles if I got this guy out of the way, but we don't really have anyone to do that. Okay, so we got to start making some blocks here. Yeah, I want to try and free up my... Oh, not that one. I think we should do this one first, and then if we get the block, we can follow up on it. I definitely want to re-roll this if possible. Loner fails. That's very bad. Okay, so we got both down. We do get an injury on them, but that's definitely not good. We definitely wanted to try and get some more going on the ball first, but I was trying to do other things here. Thankfully I moved this guy over here so that way they can have a bit of coverage for our skinks. Yeah, that was definitely a bad turn for us. Now they might get out of scoring range for us if we wanted to try and get another score. So let's just stay next to the ball, force them to try and dodge out if they want to get away from him. Maybe not the best thing to try and move all the way right there unless they plan on dodging away with him, which they do. Yeah, that's maybe not the best thing for them because now I can definitely get a blitz in with him if I can get this guy on the ground. So Mr. Guard player, we definitely want you in here. Let's get you in here somewhere instead of leaving you out there doing nothing. Let's also get you over here if possible. Just get you doing something. And so if I can make a block here, then I can do a blitz and then maybe get the ball with a skink. So let's go ahead and do this. Nice. Let's move him right there because then my source is going to more easily be able to get around and blitz here for the movement purposes. Let's go ahead and put someone on these two guys and tie them up. Let's get you at least a bit closer to everything that's happening so you're not just sitting there. Let's just at least stand you up. We have a source over there helping him out somewhat, so... And then, where do we want to blitz from is the question. We blitz from right here, they can push him that direction, which is more favorable than pushing him this direction, so... Let's go and blitz from this direction, that's probably a better spot. Nice, we got him on the ground. And let's follow it up so he's next to the ball, hopefully. Oh, and we got a KO. We are getting their players on the ground well enough, so this session is going a bit better for that than the previous one. Over here's probably... actually, let's just go ahead and get him on this guy, because I might want to move in with Skink here. We're covering up the tackle zones. We have another assist here. We just want to free up probably Chaqkoet there. They're the best candidate to pick up the ball. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a block here. Thankfully, we were kind of saving our reroll for the pickup. And then I just want to go ahead and get you covering up all of these guys. We just want to cover as many of these guys as possible and prevent them from getting in there. And let's see if we get the pickup. Alright, this is worth re-rolling here, so I'm going to do it. Getting the ball right now is probably the most important thing. And I have sidesteps, so let's just stay as far away as possible within scoring range here. So how many spaces is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm just within scoring range for my movement. And then I do want to get you out of here. We have a built-in dodge reroll, so let's just kind of get you. See if you can draw some attention away, maybe. I don't know. You can still cover the tackle zones here, so let's just do this and get him out. I don't want them to get a free hit in on him. So you have guards, so it's going to be harder for them to block Huntzor. And I think that's going to be the end of this turn. Alright, so we kind of recovered from the disaster that was our 6th turn of this half. So they're going to have a hard time dodging in there, but, you know, I'm willing to take it because he has sidesteps, so. Alright. They've already blitzed. Ooh, both down. Alright, so they get the knockdown, but we force the reroll out of them. They don't have another one available now. So if they want to dodge with this dude, they're not going to be able to get a reroll with it. He has dodge, which I will take. Alright, so I guess they're covering up the skinks. Not a bad idea, but probably not going to make any difference for them. We're probably not going to throw the ball. We're just going to probably try and blitz and surf this dude. And then just run our way in. Probably not any much other reason to... Because, like, we don't have any rerolls here. Yeah, we're like the only person that gets a turn here, so I don't know if we're going to do any blocks, but... So, do we want to do any blocks other than the one that's necessary? We have a blitz with him. Yeah, let's just do the blitz and see if we can score with Chaqkoet here. We'll do the most important one first. If this doesn't go well, then hey, it happens. And it doesn't really matter if we do stay or not. Oh, but we do get an injury, and then he gets smashed by the fans after that. But badly hurt, that's fine, and then we get us... Oh, I guess he didn't get injured from the block. He doesn't level up yet. Alright, well that kind of sucks, but... are there any other blocks that we want to take? I mean, 2 die with block. I'm just going to take some blocks here because we're a bashing team. We kind of need to do it. And let's stay there. You have guard, but no blocks. We're not going to block with him. You have tackle, no block. We can get some 2-die blocks, but without having players with block, I'm just going to go ahead and take the score. Made a couple of blocks. We got another injury, and we are doing pretty tasty. Right there, we score at the end of the first half, and we have a massive player advantage on them right now because they are getting injured pretty heavily now. This is the shortcoming of going with only like 10 or 11 players. You can get into a player disadvantage if you're up against another bashing team. So, most of our players gone, some of the bashing players are gone. Their knocked out player comes back, but not really a big deal for us because we are so far ahead right now. both in player count and in score. So the Master Chef does not roll very well there. All right. Now, after getting the swig of my nice little cold water there, now what do we do? We definitely want you in on offense. The question is, who do we take out? We could take out Mazda of Itza. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take out Mazda of Itza here. Let's keep them from getting injured. I think we'll be fine with who we have right now. We're trying to move you in there. It's not doing anything because apparently the portraits are in the way or something like that. Must be the game's problem here. Okay, so let's put you out here, and then we want our high star player value guys out here on the edges, so that way they can maybe get an injury here. And then let's put Lazit De-qah on that side for an assist on their Nurgle warrior for the first block there, and then we can put you on that side. And then who do we want to be the ball carrier here? Chaqkoet wouldn't be a bad ball carrier because they do not have the catch skill here, so maybe putting them back there is better. They have movement to go and get the ball, and then I have two guys on the right side of the field here that have catch. And then we'll put the tackle player here in the middle. Alright, we're not going to save the setup because we're probably not going to repeat it, so let's just do it. We aren't playing on offense very much, so we don't really do much with offensive formations, so get another team reroll from the brilliant coaching. So we've kind of prepped them pretty well for this Nurgle team, and we're really having an edge against them as far as the preparation goes, and their team is kind of undermanned right now with so many players over there on the bench. That's not exactly a bad spot. They're not exactly a mobile team either, so we're going to have some pretty favorable rolls here. Let's do this one just to see if the foul appearance comes into play here. Alright, it doesn't. We get him on the ground. And let's just go ahead and stay there so they don't get on the block at some point. We could go on the left side, actually. That's not a bad idea. Let's go do it in the blocks on the edges here. Get these guys rocking and rolling here. We're going to go ahead and follow up on this one because we have an easy 2-die there next turn if they don't surround him. Which is possible for them to do, but you know, there's nothing you can really do about that. Let's just get you over there. Let's block on down against this guy. See if we can get him out of the way. We'll do block. And we'll block on down and see if we can get a nice juicy... oh, that one doesn't work, but that's okay. This can still be a juicy 3-die though, so... Let's try and free up our guard player so we can move him around if possible. Alright, I guess not. No appearance is coming in. But we still have a 2-die here, which I'm going to take. Doing all these things first, and then let's follow up with the guard player. Oh! We get a stun out of it, which is quite nice. And then let's see if we get a juicy 3-die block here. Bonehead does come in. I'm not going to reroll that one. That's kind of bad, but, you know, it happens. then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I should be able to move him maybe like right about here. He has catch and diving catch, so pretty good chance of catching the ball. And then I'm just going to kind of try and bait like their rotters and stuff to go after this guy. Let's see if they take the bait. And then we have plenty of rerolls for this if we need it. So let's go ahead and do it. Nice. And then if we throw it, I want to throw it from this vantage point, so that way it kind of angles towards the players that I have. Is it very sunny out? It's very sunny. He has diving catch. I'm going to try it anyway, see if I can do it. Yeah, we're not going to reroll a 5+ pass attempt. Yeah, I kind of forgot it was very sunny there, but I was going to at least attempt to try it. We're pretty safe right now. I would just try and get some star player points. Maybe a handoff to a Saurus could be good. Get one of them a touchdown and get level up. Boneheaded is in, but it looks like it's not going to make any difference right now, which is nice to know. Also nice that they're taking the bait on him. So I just occupied 3 of their players with a guy that's not really all that important. Just simply by threatening to score, they're sending 3, 4 guys after him. That's exactly what I want for my plans, so... So yeah, let's try this again. Bonehead comes in again. Alright, that's not good. Alright, so Bonehead definitely not good now. Yeah, let's go and put him over there. We can get a 2-die blitz on him now. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a block. Oh, that's only a 1 die. That's a 2 die. And let's see if we can get him out of the way and see if this will improve the block. Let's get our guard player over there. Now that should be a 2 die with our block player. We'll take block. Get his Heine on the ground, and then... what to do? We'll go ahead and blitz and then move our dude back there so we can do like a handoff attempt, I think. So let's get you over there. Get you kind of blocking this dude. Nice. Get him off to the sideline and maybe we can surf him if we don't injure him. And then let's just get you guys around here making a semi-little cage here. We're basically going to put our dude back here for a handoff after we blitz with him so we can try and get him a touchdown. Alright, foul appearance doesn't get in the way. We have block and they don't, so I will take it. And then we're going to stick you right there. So we have some players that are kind of surrounding him. We'll dodge with you last if we somehow do well here. Okay, so let's go in here for the pickup. And then we're going to hand it off to the Saurus and see if we can get him a touchdown here. What is it? Should only be a -1 modifier on all the passing rolls, but okay. And somehow we got the natural 6 there. We got the critical hit, the natural 20. the coup de grace of the catch rolls. Thank you very much, Very Sunny, for trying to make a very bad day for me, but thankfully it's not really been hindering me a whole lot yet. And then I'm just going to dodge this guy out of here and just move him a bit further this way, because I just want to have them chase this guy. Come on, do it. Alright, good. So if they want to block him, they're forced to blitz him now. I'm okay if they want to keep taking the bait and just allowing me to score with my Saurus here, so... Because if he goes down with some kind of injury, we can replace him. You know, it's not very much money to purchase a Skink. It's only like 60k gold or something, so... Purchasing a new Skink to replace this one who's being used as bait, that's not really all that bad for me, so... It's basically winnings for a match, and we don't really have much to use our winnings on right now, so... We're at a point in time where the winnings aren't really all that important, except for replacing players if we get like an unlucky injury roll, so... If they're going to take the bait, I'm happy to go ahead and use them as bait. I mean, I'm sorry, Lazit, De-qah. They're going to knock you around a little bit, but they're not knocking you down just yet because of dodge, so... If they had a block player on him, then they would have been able to knock him down, but because they do not have very many skills here, they just can't get that dude on the ground, so... Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and move you in here, get an assist on the Nurgle warrior. The Skinks are not really doing a whole lot right now. Let's just make this important block. Yeah, that's fine. We do kind of want to get him going here. And is that the guard player? It is. Alright, so let's make this block and then see if we can move in our Croc Hunter into a much better spot. Follow it up. And now with an assist, that will be a 2-die. Let's see if we can move you in here first. Get you into the middle of everything. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now just by standing there, their guys aren't going to be able to dodge out of there willy-nilly like they've been trying to do the entire time. Plus him with Loner means that he's not going to have an easy time dodging out. Let's make this block here, see if we can surf him out of there. Nice. Very nice. We're going to stay. Oh, injury again. We KO'd that sucker. So they are just getting knocked on their ass, basically. That's just the kind way to put it. I mean, most football players use that term too. You just knock them on their ass or something. That's kind of pretty common, so. Okay, so I could blitz with him, actually. And then just ram on through here. Let's just go and blitz at the ball carrier and have him just run over this guy. Nice. Very nice. I could have moved him next to the Kroxigor on the when I moved him, but you know what? This is going to be fine. So, and then let's just move. Who's got sidestep out of all these guys? You do. So let's put you right there. And then let's just move you up a little bit, and then you two are pretty valuable, but we're going to put you here anyway. Well, you know what? They're not going to have an easy blitz, so maybe we can just kind of put you into a nice safe spot right there instead. Blitzing my Saurus is going to be pretty difficult for them, so we don't really need to move in too far. We just need to kind of keep our Skinks a bit safe. while still being somewhere in case we drop the ball. And then we can block with you last on this dude. Just a push we'll have to do here. I probably should have just used my reroll there, but I don't want to roll like a both downs and all that. Or attacker down, get unlucky rolls. Let's just keep moving you around and distracting them. And now if they follow him, now my Coalshix has a pretty easy blitz up there if they want to target someone and kind of hone in and zoom in there like a missile to go get him. So this guy can get in for a blitz. They could try and potentially blitz me, but with some skinks here on either side, they're not going to have an easy time getting in there for anything more than a 1 die, so... And once again, they're targeting my skink over here that's not really affecting the play. That's unwise, I would say, for their chances to win. I mean, their chances of winning already, if they're trying to take it seriously, were not very good, but... Oh, come on! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Every time I try and get a Saurus a touchdown, they get an unlucky 2 die up build block on them. All the time. All the time. Oh, man. And they get that one, too. Okay, well, that's just great. I mean, I shouldn't be complaining here. I'm handedly winning. I've got a lot of injuries here. We've gotten star player points, but considering it's going to be really difficult for them to try and pick up the ball here, that is really bad for trying to get them star player points, so... Okay, and then we want to stand you up because you are going to provide assisting action. Let's go ahead and do this block first to see if we can knock him down. Excellent. Follow it up. Oh, an injury? Nope. But a stun is good all the same, because now we're just going to absolutely maul this poor little dude to death over here. I hope. So let's go ahead and... I don't want to use you because you have loner, and getting you over here anyway is going to be good. So let's just get you over there. Then we can go ahead and blitz in with you. And if we do it from here, and we can knock him, probably knock him down. I just want to have an easy reroll of him since he doesn't have loner. Alright, good. Follow it up. And then I just want to go ahead and get as many... No, I don't want you to pick it up. I just want you to get around... Nope. I just want to get as many skinks around the ball as I can, so if he fumbles this, then maybe one of them catches it. And then let's go ahead and let's make a block on the guy that we're not going to push closer to the ball here if we get it. Alright, foul appearance, that's fine. That's not terrible. And then let's try and have you pick up the ball here. Pickup is easier than handing the ball off, so I want to try this instead. This is worth using the reroll on to try it. It's hard, but we might as well use the reroll on it, so give someone a chance at catching it. Alright, so we have the ball at the very least. Axel of the Lake has it at the very least, so we're doing okay-ish. Alright, so Lazit De-qah is going to take a smash here, but that's actually not bad. KO's fine. We have a substitute player, so we're not going to be down players if we score here. I mean, I do really want to get one of these guys the ball and get him a touchdown if possible. I'd rather get one of these guys leveled up here, so I really want to try and get that. They're getting some lucky 1-dies and 2-die uphills here, but we're still going to really whip them on the scoreboard, so... The only thing I don't have working in my favor now is now these guys don't have a target over there because Lazit De-qah got KO'd, so now I gotta just stand in there. So you know what? For him, let's just go ahead and get you over here. Getting surrounding over here, blitz assist something. And then we can encircle you around to help out Coalshix over there. And then Chaqkoet, I just want you to help out with an assist right here. Yeah, maybe actually... Maybe right here is a bit safer. And we'll just do some safe assists right there. And then we can do a 3-die blitz of Oz of the Moon. Pretty safe. So let's do this one. Alright, that's nice. We do get a knockdown. Let's just move him right there. Let's follow this one up. Give a bit more coverage to protect our skinks from this line of defense that's probably going to come this direction next turn. And then let's go ahead and... I could try and push them away, but maybe it's not really even worth it now. I want to get one of those two guys the ball. So let's try and get one of them the ball here. Let's just do this first. See if we can at least push this zombie away. Or get the rotter off to the side, so that way if he gets a catch attempt, then it's not more difficult than it already is. And make sure that the rotter isn't really in a spot where they can easily catch it if they wanted to. And so let's just... Yeah, you can't really score anyway if you catch it, so let's just move you up here one. And then let's move you right here to hand it off to him, I think. Let's at least try and catch it here. Okay, so it ends up back in their hands, so now's the time where I just go ahead and get Kroxigor in there. Oh, Croc Hunter, come on, man. Okay, well, Bonehead is at it again, but thankfully it's not really debilitating right now, so gonna have to live with it, as I usually do. You take the good with the bad if you're big men, but thankfully it's not that debilitating most of the time, and having guard and prehensile tail when he's just standing there makes him usually at least good for providing assists and things like that. So they get an injury, but it's only a stun. As long as it's just a stun, you know, I'm okay with that. Usually as long as a KO or a stun, I'm usually okay with that. Because I still have a decent amount of players on my team. Get another knockdown here. It was a lucky 1-die block. They are getting kind of lucky on their 1-die blocks, but you know what? At least I guess at least my Saurus has the ball right now. I actually didn't notice that before. I thought it went back to my Skink and then he caught it, but I have to change how... I have to... No, not. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just want to go and change how the listing is. General control mode, log. Let's go to a detailed log so that way I can maybe scroll back up and see what the roles were. I thought it was a detailed log that would change how this thing goes, but okay. Maybe I have to start the new game to be able to have it come up next time. Okay, well, let's... Since our Saurus has the ball, let's just go ahead and get this wonderful dude. No, not over there. Right there, though, I can do that. We have some protection on that side. I probably want to do one blitz here and then just end the turn, I think. Or score the touchdown, I mean. Alright, Huntzor, let's do some hunting and see if we can get this guy injured. Got our reroll here. Very nice. So let's see what we get here. Let's just go and stay. And we don't really have any other blocks, so let's just go ahead and take the touchdown and get the Mad Basher leveled up with, you guessed it, a touchdown. Probably would have been more thematic to have him force an injury, maybe gouging someone's eyes out like a pro wrestler or something, but the Mad Basher, he can go ahead and bulldoze his way into the end zone too, so I will take all of it. Alright, so our KO comes back with Lazit De-qah. Their KO comes back. Skip ahead here, hit the escape key, and then let's get back into the action. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep one of you guys on the sidelines. So we only have 2 turns to score. We could potentially score. Not likely, though. But we could. As such, it might be better to put you 2 up on the line. And then you 2 guys can be used for assisting or getting blitzes in, maybe, if I'm lucky. Our bashers are all still in the game. Let's see, you've gotten leveled up now. We might be able to get Coalshix leveled up if we can get him a score. Not likely, but hey, it could happen. He's not really in scoring range. We'd have to put him probably up on the line and then go for it a couple times to do that, but alright, so we get another team reroll. Not that it matters, but it's there if we want it. So it's nice far back there. It's decently far back if we want to try and get in there. We could get in our guard Saurus possibly if we can open up a lane in the middle. Looks like they're setting up a screen here. I guess they're going to pick it up with one of these 2 guys. Alright, so they do get the pickup, but yep, they have no people guarding them. Okay, that's pretty iffy for them. They get the horns and the claw blitz in here, but they only get a stun, so that's actually not that bad. You're just going to have to sit there and make sure that he doesn't go anywhere. You have to take another hit to the face, maybe. You are free up to blitz them straight away without anything helping. So you know what? Let's get in with you. Well, actually, let's make some blocks first, because then it's going to make it easier to get up there. So let's do this. Even a push is actually good here. It clears up a lane. Let's keep him tied up there. And so can you get in there? No, you can't. We'd have to get him out of the way. Okay, well. And perhaps what I can do is, can I get him up there? I cannot. Well, if we just get you up there, then you can be in the middle of it. And then let's go ahead and do you next. I want to try and free up my guard player if possible. Then we should have a very juicy... Oh, an injury too. But only a stun. Okay. I get kind of excited for the injuries and then it's just like a stun or something. But, you know, it's worth getting excited over. I like getting these guys hits in here. I thought that might be a juicy 3-die, but I guess it's not quite yet. And I still need to get my guard player free, so let's at least try to do this. Okay. Roar! Oh, oh my god, we killed him! Oh my god, Roddy! Oh my god, we killed him! Oh, Zlat is my witness. He is broken in half. Okay, well that was pretty eventful. So let's get the assist. I could have also blitzed with him, but just getting the guard player in there is certainly great. I wish I could get him in there. If I had break tackle, I could move in there, but I can't, so... Let's just get him over here. That's probably the best we can do for now. And then... we have the 3 strength blitz if they're going for it. You know, let's actually move in someone first, so that way we have at least some people over here. Yeah, let's not go over there. Over there is fine, actually. And if all this goes well, then we can dodge out with you and get away to safety. Alright, so this is why I have Sure Feet, so I can do these going for it, so if the built-in reroll similar to dodge. Alright, so I'm going to reroll that because I don't have a block on him yet. That will do, however. And let's follow up on that, and we get an injury! Yeah! That is great. Mazda of Itza, you are really putting in some work for me. Alright, that's a disadvantage of moving my other skinks first, as now they can't really get in there, but let's go ahead and get you over on that dude. If possible. But it's not possible. Alright, well he gets tripped over by the dude, and the dude knocks him down. I was going to try and tie him up so that way he couldn't go over here and get in the middle of all my skink there, but we have sources and our Croc Hunter in the middle of all this, so we can certainly still do some work. Yeah, we can still get the ball here and score, so that's all still possible. Alright, so, oh, excuse me. So let's get our dudes up here, get you over here. So you, where's you? There you are. Okay, so we could dodge out for a blitz. You have guards, so we can actually get you right here. And Chaqkoet, or Axel of the Lake, wouldn't be a bad candidate to get in there either. Chaqkoet getting leveled up might be good too, though. And then, do you have a 2-die there? You do. And then this one's also 2-die. We could also get a block on him if we can free up our Kroxigor. Let's see if we can do that first. Get a chain of blocks going here. And, okay, so we get him on the ground. So if we do a chain of blocks right here, then we can go ahead and free up Coalshix over here for a blitz. So let's do a block right here with a 2-die. Well, dagnabbit. Okay. Well, we can still get a pretty decent block here, I think. If we dodge Axel of the Lake out of there, then we can certainly do that. Well, actually, if we dodge out Chaqkoet first, then we can get a 2-die still, I think. Well, we have to dodge you out, though, in order to do that, to get him the blitz. Alright, so let's do this then. Let's dodge you out. We've got to do it this way if we want to be able to score. And then we'll just do the 2-die blitz with the reroll and block. Alright. Push him over there. And we just hope that... you know what, let's go ahead and follow it up. Oh, nice. Where's the bounce? Bounce is up there, right where I want. You can't score no matter what you do, so... that'll be a 2-die block. Yeah, without block, it's not safe. So let's just do this. See if we can dodge out and get him a score. Reroll. Moment of truth, and he gets it. Alright, so let's just go ahead and score and never look back here. It was the last turn to be able to score, and, you know, I didn't think that my Saurus would be able to go ahead and catch it even if it bounced this direction, so I didn't really mind following up on the blitz, so... Yep, it all worked out just according to plan the way we drew it up. You know, that's just... I mean, obviously you don't really draw up what happens with the dice rolls, but you have a general game plan of what you want to do. And my game plan this game, because of their player disadvantage and they're leaving the middle kind of open here a lot of times, is just open up a gap in the middle, send my skinks through by having them more closer to the line, and then get in with like my 3-strength skink or someone like that. Get in with a 2-die blitz and knock the ball carrier around. That's kind of what my plan was today, so... Time to get all of these players back. Back you go. We just don't want to risk any injuries. Back you go. Come on. Here we go. And we're going to keep on going with this setup. It's a pretty safe setup. The guys on the edge, they have block, and they also have the tackle guy is pretty well protected. So this is probably just the best thing to do. And let's kick it over there. Yeah, the only reason why I would have my guys up there closer is if maybe they're a kickoff event, they give us both an extra turn if I want to get in some extra blocks, but... So yeah, they are very short on players. They've kind of been short on players the entire game. They lost Chainsaw Guy pretty early because I scored quickly. And then they got a couple of injuries, and then they had their KOs come back, but... Mostly here they've been at a player disadvantage, and they haven't really gotten the kinds of blocks that they would have ideally wanted. They didn't really get much in the way of injuries, so... Well, at least the 1-die and 2-die pills aren't really working out for them this time. And it is a very, very nice, very solid, all up, all nice and good. Very great, solid, very, very beastie 4-0 victory there. So XP gained, and a 5, that is very good for winnings. We actually don't want very many winnings now because that's just going to contribute to our team value, but we'll take it. And Coalshix gets the MVP and also levels up. Well done, my man. Well done, well earned. And you can probably tell 14 armor breaks to only 3 for them. Pretty clear for everyone who watched the game that that's kind of how the match went. We were really able to knock them around, and that's what having guard does for you. We had guard and they didn't, so we can just easily get 2-die blocks on them pretty consistently, so I will take it. And as you can see, they were occupying the ball only in their own half of the field, and we were constantly just getting all up into them before they could really do anything with it. Yeah, they were really an overmatched team. They were relying too much on their inducements, rerolls, star players that didn't really impact the field for them. Their Chainsaw Goblin didn't really get any injuries. They didn't get any injuries on their blocks for the most part. So, and they were at a player disadvantage throughout the entire second half, which didn't help. So, yeah, I'd say that one was squarely in our favor. So, I'm quite happy about that. We got the star player points spread around. Next team looks a lot more competent. We'll take a look at them in a minute. First, we are on to the sweet things about playing Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl. In a way, it is kind of Bud Bowl because our teammates are all buds with each other, but yeah, let's go ahead and see what our level ups are like here. Let's go with Axel of the Lake first. He's kind of been a stud player for us ever since he joined the team. He's gotten lots of sweet level ups here so far as a scoring type player, so let's see what he gets now. Almost a double, but not quite. So we could go for diving catch here. Sidestep would also be good. Just having 2 scoring players with diving catch is always good for when we get our passing player back, and then diving catch makes it easier to go and catch a pass. So if you roll just under a successful pass attempt with our passing player, then if it goes into an adjacent square, like it's thrown into an adjacent square, then he has a chance to still catch it. I think that this is probably a good idea, just get him diving catch. Then after this, we probably go for sidestep if it's just another normal level up. That way we can kind of make them good ball carriers here, so that way their skills allow them to more easily position themselves for scoring opportunities, so... And now let's go with the Mad Basher. What level up are you going to get, my good man? This will be the first level 3 Saurus that we have on the team. Only a 7, so we still have some pretty good skills that we can get here. Mighty Blow would be very good for offense, but I think that tackle... We do need more tackle on the team, so... I think this would actually be a good skill to get. We only have 1 player with it. But having block and tackle means that against more dodge-heavy teams or teams that have dodged ball carriers, tackle allows us to more easily get them on the ground with sources that go in there and blitz. So, And it makes it harder for them to dodge out of there and put them on. We can put them on the edge of our formation on defense. Having both block and tackle would allow us to do that. And then they can really do well against like Amazon teams, against teams that have a player or single kind of player with dodge, elf teams, and then like goblin teams. Other Lizardman teams also have the Skinks with dodge, so having tackle for them is also a good idea to prevent the Skinks from just running all around the defense. And now Coalshix, let's see what kind of level up that you get. Let's see if it's a pretty eventful one here. Alright, so we only get an 8, but that's okay. We could go with Mighty Blow. Another guard player wouldn't hurt in the middle of the line, because then we could spread out our players in the line a little bit more. Fend is also not bad because you can also prevent them from following up on blocks. Stand Firm could also be pretty decent here to make sure that they can't move them on a block. I think I'll probably go with Tackle, and then on the next level up, if we just get another normal level up, I could go for Mighty Blow on someone like Coalshix or the Mad Basher. So it's a more boring level ups this time around. We didn't really have any eventful rules there to give me some more interesting skill decisions there. But Block and Tackle is going to be helpful. We have 3 Tackle players now, so we can deal with the dodge type teams when we eventually go up against them. And then I'll leave my cash here as it is and let it add to my team value for now in case I end up having to replace a player after my next match. I could build up my team a bit further, but I think the amount of rerolls that we have is just fine. We have great fan factor. We have a couple of cheerleaders here to help with kickoff events. We have plenty of coach experience with our coach level. So I think as far as kickoff events, we are just fine. And our next opponent is Rotting Carrion, a necromantic team here. Okay, so they have a couple of whites, and then they have one ghoul that's not very leveled up here, which is kind of interesting that the ghoul that's least likely or the most likely to score is not really leveled up here. They have only 11 players. Their werewolves are fairly good here with block. One of them has block and tackle, so our skinks will have to deal with that. They have a flesh golem with block, guard, and mighty blow. He's going to be a bit of a tough one to deal with. I'm probably going to try and take him down first when I block in the middle, and then get him eliminated, and then I can go after the other guy here, Stein Stitch. And then they have a white here with dodge, block, mighty blow, tackle, and strip ball. So he is going to be an excellent blitzer because by having block and dodge, getting him on the ground is going to be difficult for blocking attempts, and then tackle and strip ball means that even just by pushing someone, they can try and strip the ball. Yeah, so strip ball is going to be actually kind of good against us if they make the proper blitzes and blocks and such with him. So yeah, on paper, this is a very good necromantic team. And then they only have 2 guard players, but they are 2 players that are going to be on the front line. And then they have quite a bit of block on their team. They only have 2 players that don't have block, so this zombie having lots of star player points, though, is kind of interesting. Kick, dirty player, I mean, he has good skills, but dirty player and kick aren't exactly ideal for a frontline player. Oh, excuse me. Like, I don't know, if you're going to get him a skill, then maybe you get, like, Stand Firm or Fend or something like that instead of, like, Kick and all that kind of stuff, but that is just me. Anywho, I thank everyone for watching here. It was I would say it was an eventful match. We ended up imposing a lot of injuries on that Nurgle team. And we got some level ups here, so we are very squarely in the territory of being probably close to our best here for like a single season of play. Ideally, we'd get the Sauruses leveled up a bit more and not get the Skinks all the touchdowns, but ideally I'm going to try and get my Sauruses more touchdowns in the future like I've been trying to do, but it was somewhat successful in this match, but you know what? You gotta take what you can get, and you know what? If you gotta go ahead and score with the Skinks, then sometimes it's just what you gotta do, so it happens. It happens. But I thank everyone for watching, and there will hopefully be a very eventful match for my next one against the Rotting Carry and the Necromantic team. So I hope you'll join me all next time to watch more of the Sea of Red and their mad bashing ways. Hope everyone had a fun time, and I hope that everyone has a very wonderful start to the weekend. So have a wonderful day, wherever you are, and as always, take care.